Hello, I'm Josie for Hutch TV, and this is AUTOSPORT International at the NEC. Let's take a look around. Just taking a look at the Ginettas here. I have a bit of a soft spot for this kind of car, especially things like this, the fantastic G58, which is available if you want it for £240,000. Really love this car. It's loosely based off the LMP1, which is racing out there in the real world. Really love this car. I've driven it in the sim before. It's amazing how, considering it has such a large footprint, the cockpit is so tiny. You're really, really squished in there. You know, absolutely nothing wasted. And that's not the only kind of thing they've brought. They've also got this, which is the G40. They use these in the Ginetta Junior Championship, which is a very competitive racing series for young people in the UK and for people just starting out in racing. Always like this car, and again you get to see some very exciting stuff with it. We've also got here an LMP3, so this is the kind of car that you see in the European Le Mans series. It's very similar to the LMP1 in that it's a Le Mans spec car with the prototype body style, this time without any hybrid system, so it's a much simpler powertrain, but again, a really, really cool shape, really nice to look at. Absolutely love this kind of car. It's my favourite to race on the sim. This is, if you believe the hype, then the up-and-coming GT4 racing spec series is on the way, and this is Ginetta's example, the G55. You'll see that it's quite similar to the junior car that we spoke about earlier, but it's a little bit wider, a little bit lower, a bit more aggressive on that aero. Really cool that they're getting into this area of motorsport. I'm excited to see what the GT4 series can do in the near future. Now we showed one off very recently on Hutch TV, but there's a McLaren Senna just casually sitting right there. Whatever, really expensive, doesn't matter. This place goes on forever. We're going to go upstairs now, I think, and have a little look around there. So I am here right now at the WEC World Endurance Championship Motorsport booth, and I've got a friend here we've just met. So, hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Anthony.
Hi, Anthony. Would you be so kind as to explain what's going on here?
Right. Well, it's the official WEC Esports Championship. This Sunday is round one. Basically, today is an open qualifying. We're looking for drivers who are in the venue today, wanting to come down. If they get the fastest 2 times from these few days, they get a free entry into Sunday's round. They win that as a possible cash prize, and they get entry into the final few rounds where they could race at Le Mans alongside the 24-hour, and they'll be racing for a £100,000 prize. So,
wow, that's super cool. I'm really tempted to have a go as it stands.
I recommend it.
You recommend it?
I recommend it, definitely.
Okay, I think we might have to get in the queue because I've got a bit of a thing for sim racing and I want to have a go. I don't think I did very well, but that's okay. We've got a lot of really cool cars in top drives, and we're particularly fascinated by Porsches. We've had the very famous Moby Dick, as it's called, as a prize car before, and Porsche recently unveiled their modernised tribute to that car, and they've brought an example here It's a really, really beautiful looking machine, incredibly aggressive rear diffuser, and just a really beautiful paintwork. It's meshing and blending the old and the new together really nicely. It just looks so beautiful. This is a Generation 2 Formula E racing car. Absolutely a massive evolution over the Generation 1 that they've been using for the past few years. Really, really cool. Of course, you've got the integration of the new FIA Halo and some really delicious aero on it as well. They've done such a great job of making it look like part of the car, which it is, of course. And I really love the choices they've made with the standardized aerodynamic body, with the rear wing especially, it being separated into 2 parts. It just looks so interesting, and it's completely different to anything we've had before. Really excited at this moment because there's the Formula 1 cars all out here. Let's go and have a look. I'm so impatient, I just want to get in. I'm just so filled with glee. Love it. I'm here at the moment taking a look at the Formula 1 cars that have come along to the show. I'm going to leave it as a bit of an exercise for the viewer. If you're a bit of an F1 geek like me, you might be able to notice a couple of inconsistencies with some of the F1 chassis on display today. If you notice something that looks like it's from a previous year's car, leave that in the comments. In the meantime though, I'm just going to take a look at them because they're still really beautiful. So this is the Red Bull car, now powered by Honda. Having just finished their relationship with Renault. So next year it's still a bit up in the air. We haven't had F1 testing yet. We don't know what they're going to be like. I'm now standing in front of the Haas car. It's probably going to have a new look for next year, we reckon, because they've picked up a new title sponsor. But seeing it in its original colours here, really lovely. Very interesting story that they've come in to F1 so recently, but have had a really cool progression. They've made their way up and at some times have had quite a competitive package. Looking forward to seeing what they do next year with new backing.
Babe, when you look at me, you know I just can't help myself. I want you more than anything, 'cause there is no one else who's taking.
We've just found out there's a bunch of cars doing like real stuff outside, so we're just gonna go now. We're just gonna go now.
Every mood, yeah, you are like no other. Right in this moment, I just shiver with you every time.
I have no idea what's around this corner. It sounds amazing though, and it smells terrible.
Right in this moment, right at that moment, right at that moment,
That was a bit of a rush. We didn't even know that was there, and it turns out that they've just been doing all these really cool shows all this time. That was great. Oh. I'm ready to calm down now. We just found out there's a whole other room, so now we're going to look around this too. When you have a racing team, what do you do next? I guess you get a boat. There seem to be a few boats here. That Lamborghini is too low for its own good. There's actually no clearance. There's nothing there. There are too many things that are on my bucket list and they're all sitting around and I want them and I can't have them. I'm so totally lost right now. Well, we found our way to the Ligier booth, and it's kind of cool because I like a little bit of a Ligier, and I'm really enjoying their LMP2, but I've not seen this before, so I don't really know what it is. It looks very much like it's supposed to be a similar sort of Le Mans prototype thing, but I really don't know anything about it. So I'm going to see if we can find out. Yeah, so it seems to be another sort of Le Mans prototype style thing. You'll notice that it's for sale as well. You can pick this up for £150,000 plus VAT. It's really interesting to see these kinds of things, and especially with a price tag on them, because you usually don't get to think about them in those terms. Well, that is it from us today at AUTOSPORT International, but we have had a lovely time. I'm honestly considering coming back tomorrow. But in the meantime, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Hutch TV, and thanks for watching. See you next time.